Updated November 10, 2017. 233,606. A member of an armed separatist group in Indonesia's Papua region has disputed police claims that it is holding villages hostage during a standoff with security forces. Key point: Separatist Commander Hendrik Wan Mang says Indonesian military and police want to damage the TNP's image. Police are calling the group an armed criminal gang and accusing it of attacks on civilians. Indonesian security minister has asked security officials to peacefully persuade the separatists to leave the remote regions. Long simmering insurgency has flared in the past month, with one paramilitary police officer killed and 6 others wounded in attacks by the National Liberation Army of West Papua. The two sides are also waging a PR war, with police calling the group an armed criminal gang and accusing it of attacks on civilians. Hendrik Wan Mang, who described himself as a commander of the armed group that goes by the Indonesian acronym TNP, said in an interview on Friday local time that Banti and Kimbli villages cannot go to an area the separatists defined as a battlefield with security forces because it is unsafe. But otherwise villages are free to go to the farms and move about as they please, he said. On Thursday, police said a group of about 100, including 25 gunmen, were occupying the two villages and preventing 1,300 people from leaving. Several hundred of the people are migrant workers from the Indonesian island of Sulawesi. It's not true, it's only the provocation of Indonesian military and police with the aim of damaging our image, Mr. Wan Mang said. People there are safe, both natives and non-natives are free to do activities as usual. Area near Usoned Mine declared a battlefield. Wan Mang was one of 2 commanders who signed an October 21 statement warning of unspecified retribution against security forces for alleged brutality against indigenous Papuans. The letter declared an area near the Usoned Grasberg gold and copper mine as a battlefield. The mine, owned by Phoenix, Arizona-based Freeport-McMoran Copper Gold Inc., is a source of tension in the region due to environmental damage and indigenous Papuans' resentment at profits from a local resources being sent abroad. A low-level insurgency for independence has simmered in Papua since it was transferred from Dutch to Indonesian rule in 1963. The region, which makes up the western half of the island of New Guinea, was incorporated into Indonesia in 1969 following a unsponsored ballot of tribal leaders that has since been dismissed as a sham. Indonesia maintains a heavy security presence in the region and restricts foreign journalists from freely reporting there. Mr. Wan Mang said police descriptions of TNP as an armed criminal group and accusations of crimes against civilians were a tactic to discredit the Papuan independence movement. We are not a new group, we are not a criminal group, he said. We are a separatist group who fought for Papua from generation to generation, demanding the sovereignty of the people of Papua, demanding Papuan independence, separate from Indonesia. Security Minister Wiranto, who goes by one name, has asked security officials to peacefully persuade the separatists to leave. Military Commander Gatot Nurmantio said in a statement on Friday that the villages are hostages and the military is conducting surveillance of the villages. With police, it hopes to negotiate a solution but is readying other measures. We are also preparing ways that are hard and must be done very thoroughly, he said. Currently we are working closely with police and setting up a joint team in handling the problem. App topics: unrest, conflict, Handwa, Minanj industry, police, Papua, Indonesia. Asia First posted November 10, 2017. 232,225.